welcome back again, everyone. Today we are reviewing the new 2013 version of the Viaje Zombie, and this was given to me by someone at a cigar shop downtown. And these could either come in one of two versions, the black box or the natural box. And based on where we are and where the black box is distributed at one shop in North Carolina, I'm guessing this is from the black box. But here's the cigar. It is a 5x52 tapered end Robusto with an unfinished foot. There's a shot of the end foot. And this is probably a Nicaraguan Puro. So we need to get right to it. It's a very nice looking cigar, fairly well made, has a very nice feel in the hand. So let's get right to the Zombie. Alright, with a name like Zombie, wouldn't you expect something powerful? The look of it makes it look powerful. Viaje makes some good draw. Okay, make some good cigars. All right, here we go. Now lighting this little unfinished foot here. Let's just see if we can. It's sort of like lighting the end of a diadema or a Salomon. Very similar. Nice sweet notes right away. This is really hard to understand looking at this cigar, but you've got a very sweet, heavy cream laden cedar. Does that make sense? I can tell it's cedar, but there's a lot of cream, nice sweet cream notes that precede the cedar. There's a lot of pepper. I believe there's, hold on. There's some light coffee notes. There's a base there. It's not earth. It's not leather. It's got to be a little coffee. And it's very light, but there's no mistaking the heavy cream laden cedar, and it's very sweet. The pepper, I'm a little surprised. I expected a little more at this juncture, but it's around a 7. The finish is a nice sweet cream too, and this is very early. So let's see where it goes from here. But at this point, you can't judge a book by its cover. Well, I'm a good inch in, and actually what I'm about to tell you occurred a few minutes before this, but now the cream has become cocoa. And it's a nice mix of cocoa, and it's very sweet, with cedar. So it's a nice combination. The finish is about the same. The light coffee notes are holding the base. It's not a heavy coffee, far from espresso. It's just straight coffee, but it's not anything more than a nice base, because the main flavors are now the nice sweet cocoa and cedar. So that's where we are. Cigar is medium to full bodied, not overly powerful yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it went straight full bodied, but that's where we are now, at about an inch in. And it's very enjoyable. I mean, I really like cocoa and cedar combination. That's it. And especially when it's sweet, this is it. Nice, very nice. Well, as I'm approaching the midpoint, the cocoa and cedar have a little richness that are developing. It's still very sweet. The coffee notes are a little more obvious now, a little more prominent. The pepper is definitely a black pepper, and it is intertwined throughout all those flavors. You get the pepper everywhere, and it also lingers nicely on the finish now. The finish is still a nice sweet cream, and it's quite long. It lasts. The cigar is at best medium to full bodied, which surprises me with this type of a name and knowing who made it. I expected it to be straight out full bodied from the start, but it's not. It's somewhere actually between medium and medium to full. It's not that powerful, but it is very flavorful. The flavors are very sweet, and there are times when you take a draw and you taste the flavors with that coffee added there, and to that cocoa and cedar. It really makes no sense, but sometimes you get the flavor, or it reminds you of black cherry. Just for a brief moment, perhaps, but it still reminds me a lot of black cherry. But it's very sweet. That ought to tell you a little bit about how sweet it is. So it's going along nicely. The burn is a little off. It's just not quite even, but very flavorful cigar. Very nice. Well, I'm just a bit further down the road, so to speak, and one flavor I left out of the previous segment, which I want to tell you about now, because I just took a draw and I got it and I said, oh, I forgot to say something about that. Charred oak. There are charred oak notes floating about, and you get them right at the back end of the cocoa and cedar. You know, right as soon as the sweetness of the cocoa and cedar with all that pepper starts to melt away, there's the charred oak and then the coffee. So it should have been noted in the previous segment, but needless to say, it's worth noting, so there you are. It feels like this cigar has a little sneaky Ligero, because now I'm just starting to feel the Ligero. So now it is getting into the medium to full bodied range, and that's about where I thought it would be. The reason I didn't notice it before is the cigar is smooth. It's very smooth. It's not harsh. It's not a harsh Ligero that just slaps you in the face. It takes a while to build and to notice. Nice. We're not far from the end, but I wanted to come back to let you know about the lingering pepper. It has intensified over the last several minutes. The lingering pepper is great. It is really tingly. It's just much more noticeable. It's intensified. The other flavors on the front end are about the same, still very good, just like I described in the last segment. The pepper in general on the front end has intensified up to about an 8. So the cigar has made subtle little changes here and there. And speaking of subtle, the subtle Ligero is still kicking in. And I'm convinced it is a very subtle amount of Ligero, but it creeps up on you and it grabs you. It's very smooth, as we said before. So that's where we are. I'll probably come back here to wrap it up here very shortly, but the cigar continues to be quite tasty. Well, I'm pretty much down to the end, so let's wrap it up. Here at the end, the cocoa notes decrease just enough to bring out the sweet cedar, and you get a lot of sweet cedar. Also, you get a lot of charred oak. So the sweet cedar, charred oak, real heavy here at the end, subtle cocoa, coffee is still there at the base, and the pepper remains very good, at least an 8. Lingering pepper, very good. Finish is still a nice sweet cream, very sweet, lasts a long time, very long finish. Cigar ended up medium to full bodied here at the end. Finally, you can really get a good feel of the Ligero in this cigar. Again, I'll say it's very smooth as far as the Ligero goes. It'll creep up on you, but when you know it's there, it's there. This cigar is not inexpensive. It's roughly $11 or higher each. These are very limited. If you can find these, they're very, very, very select shops, so you may have to find them online. But they're out there and well worth trying if you like Viaje type cigars. This has been a very good cigar. I have enjoyed it from start to finish. It's made subtle changes, nothing crazy, but been very good throughout. For me, I'm rating it a 93. Very good cigar. I would like to have more of these. This was actually given to me because I said I wanted to review that cigar today. And nothing else to say about it. Very good cigar. If you can find them, try them. It's well worth it. So there you have it, the 2013 Viaje Zombie.